Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jan Kjellstrand. I'm a dairy farmer from Saskatchewan, Canada. It is 3:45 in the morning and we are going to be doing milking and feeding this morning. It has been a minute since I've done this shift, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it here. We are going to start by taking the milkers off the wash trays, getting everything ready to rock and roll in the milking parlor, get the milk line in the bulk tank, and then we'll head back and grab some cows. The milking parlor is all ready to go. If you guys are new to the channel, this is a double 12 De Laval parallel milking parlor, the De Laval Champion. This is our holding area, holds about 124 cows with 24 in the parlor. That's roughly 150 cows, which is how big our groups are in the barn. Cows are over there. We're gonna open a ton of gates before we get to group one, and I can see the ladies are already waiting over there. Alright, so these ladies are gonna make their way to the milking parlor. We're gonna go grab them out of group one. There's always a couple stragglers. We will go up and down and rake the beds. We're looking for any organic matter, primarily cow crap. Come on, mamas, let's go. We milk cows 2 times a day. So we are more prone to having a little bit of milk spill in the beds. If we see a puddle of milk, we'll scoop that out as well. Great opportunity to get bacteria in the beds, so gotta prevent that. Ho ho ho, look what we got here. Good morning, beautiful lady. Hey. That's Cheetah, everyone knows you. Oh, I'm not doing a good enough job scratching the head, eh? Alright. Well, you know where to go. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Come on, Cheetah. Come on, ladies. The ladies are in the holding area now. We can go ahead and grab the skid steer, scrape this group clean, scrape it all to the back of the barn. That group is nice and clean, ready for cows. The last thing we got to do though, before we let cows back in, is push up the feed with the skid steer. The Juno would usually do this back in the day, but since we switched over to skid steer, this is the last push up before we scrape rejects and dump a new load of feed in here. Just taking a quick 5. Just gonna quickly check the calving pack, see if there's any calves over there, then we can bring them to the calf barn right away. The calving pack is just down from the milking parlor. It's right there. There's 30-ish cows, maybe 40 that are due here within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Milking's coming to an end. We're almost done, so we're gonna help Neline with the end of milking here. Once the last cow leaves, we're gonna leave too, and we're gonna head over to the shop, get the feed wagon and the loader going, and we'll start feeding cows. Nice morning, not too cold anymore. Hear the geese in the back. We'll check the oil levels on both of these, start them both, let them warm up a bit, and take them over to the silage pits. The first load of the day is mixing. We let it mix for about 15 minutes before we drop it, which is good because I gotta have some time to scrape the rejects here. We pushed up the feed this morning. The cows actually did a pretty good job cleaning up what was left, but there's always a little bit of feed left over, long pieces of silage and that stuff, so we'll scoop that up, put it in the skid steer, and then we can drop that first load. Well, the day has taken a little bit of a turn. I totally double booked myself this morning. I had an appointment with this thing. It is a demo from Kubota, and we are gonna have it here at the farm over the next days, weeks. We're gonna play around with this thing. They've given me an extended demo to try out this new M7 Kubota tractor. So I know literally zero about Kubota tractors. And Nick from Kubota, I was talking to him at the Ag in Motion show this year, and yeah, we made a a demo happen out of it. So this is something I'm looking forward to. We're gonna put this in front of the feed wagon, see how it works as a feed wagon tractor, and then also, of course, bale picking, because this thing goes 50 kilometers an hour. So it makes a lot of sense to put this thing in front of the bale picker. So those are some of the jobs we're planning on doing with this thing. We got about 100 hours of demo time to play around with this tractor, so we'll see the various jobs we get up to with it. Quick walk around. I guess it's 174 horsepower. It's got a suspended front axle. That's what allows it to go up to 50 kilometers an hour. It's got an IVT transmission, and it's got actually an insane amount of bells and whistles. I had no idea that it would do all the things that it does, but it seems like a very well spec'd out tractor. I guess another important thing about this tractor, it's a premium. So they have two versions, a deluxe and a premium. The premium is a little higher end model. It's got a lot more bells and whistles on it. It's got a very beefy 3-point hitch system at the back. This tractor has 4 remotes. I believe you can get the 5th, maybe even a 6th. Basically, what I know for a fact is that you're not going to be short on hydraulic remotes on a tractor this size. And yeah, it's got hood controls here, 3-point hitch, hydraulic, PTO, front wheel assist, DEF, diesel. Take a look on the cab quickly as well. So yeah, really nice buddy seat. This is actually a great idea for a feed wagon tractor, because someone has to teach someone how to feed. They're usually hanging out of the window where I'm standing right now on the steps. Not ideal. And this is the cab. We will make a lot more videos with this tractor this fall, but this is a quick overview. Really nice. Forward, backwards, neutral. Push this to go forward, shift into reverse right there or here, and then you go backwards. So really cool, really fancy. Big screen. Yeah, it's got a what does it got up here? That's nice too. You know, I'm impressed so far. Put 1 hour on it. You guys probably think I get impressed pretty quickly, but this is the kind of tractor we run, and there's nothing wrong with this. Very good economical solution, but when you bring a new piece of equipment out to a guy like me, there's some pretty cool things on him. We're quite a bit further along in the day now. We got a really good start on this alfalfa. There's 2 fields here for a total of 105 acres. Did the 4 outside rounds and probably 20 swaths now up and down. Really good start so far. This 3rd cut of alfalfa is incredibly light. I'd say this represents most of the field. It's about boot height, and then in the low spots, the few that there are in this field, it's probably knee height already and pretty thick. So light crop, but that's okay. These acres have already produced 10 tons worth of silage per acre this year, at least, maybe even more. So all things considered, really good. And this is all bonus. Our plan for this hay is to make all small square bales out of it. Neline can use them at the goat ranch, and then we can use some at the farm here as well. The 3rd cut of alfalfa, you know, the more cuts you take, the thinner the stems get, and the more percentage of total forage is just leaf, and that's where all your feed value is. So the more cuts you take, the higher quality the feed usually is. It's not always the case, but typically that's a general rule of thumb when you're talking about cuts of alfalfa. So this stuff could be phenomenal feed. Super rich in protein. The reason why we don't always take a 3rd cut, this is obviously a good amount of hay, is because all of this stuff would die most likely this winter. The plant just doesn't have enough time to grow a little bit and then put some energy into the root system so that I can survive winter. Since it's cut off now, it's going to want to grow back, and then the plant spends all of its energy growing it back instead of beginning to store that for winter so it can survive. So That's why we typically don't take it. But since we're gonna kill this field out anyway, switch it up, it makes perfect sense to take that third cut. And we usually do this on years we plan to rip the alfalfa out. So yeah, it's going well. Swather's working good. Since it is light, we're able to cruise, although this field is pretty rough. So that's the only thing slowing me down now is operator comfort. Couple up and downs in the field here, but I'm gonna call it a day. I totally forgot to fuel this up today, and usually in the Macdon swather that fuel gauge is it floats because the fluids in the tank are, you know, moving when you're driving. That thing is resting on E and it's not moving at all, and that is very frightening. I've never seen this thing at that. So we're gonna head back to the yard, toss some fuel in this thing, and park it for the day. Hopefully we make it back to the yard. I just got real stressed. You don't want to be that guy. That's not what we're trying to do out here. Be the guy that ran this thing out of fuel. It's such a useless headache to have out in the field. So anyway, that's all she wrote for today. We made it to the fuel tank. Lucky there. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.